Okay, Kristi, day 3, 4. I think maybe that was your 4th lesson. I don't remember. I think your 3rd. Anyways, here are the things we covered. With your extended scales, you're going to add the up-down articulation. That means up on the first string, down on the second. And you want to get your right hand flowing without looking at it so it just feels comfortable and natural. You can stop thinking about it. And then just move through the scale in a legato fashion, meaning your finger stays on the string. And I'm doubling each note just to slow it down. Of course, you'll descend. And then do it in the minor. The minor flattens to 3, 6, and 7. I'm going to do this fast, but obviously you'll play it slowly. Very Spanish sound if you do it fast. Okay, we also started you in on scales which I call static. That just means they begin and end in the same position. There's no lateral motion at all. It's just a fixed spot on the fretboard. We're going to start with the major pentatonics in E and A, and they look like this. Now descend. That's open 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. And if you swing them a little bit, they start to sound like music. Now you just shift down to the A string and play the same pattern. Open 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. And in the key of A, you can stretch the first note out and get the migro riff. Try it in E as well, and then you can combine them for that little modulation. It's nice because they're the same exact physical motion with the left hand. Now the minor pentatonics, which are easier because they use far more open strings. So now every note pair starts open and then goes stopped. So it's 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 2, like this. Swing these two once you get better, which means lengthening the first note a little bit. So it's long, short, long, short, long, long, short, long, short, long. Okay, so those are your static scales. We added 2 new chords to your E cycle, E7 and A7. E major is these 3 fingers. If you remove your ring finger, you're adding that 7th. You're taking one of those redundant sort of doubled root notes within the chord voicing and lowering it a whole step to a 7 instead, which creates that bitter dissonance. Same thing on the A chord. You have 3 fingers in a row. You take the ring finger out, but poke your pinky out of the way with your ring finger, and that's how one of the typical fingerings for an A7. You hear that twang in there. So just put it in the chord cycle. E minor, major, 7. A minor, A major, A7, and then you want to shift from here to B7, and then you're home to E, where you started. Because E, A, and B form a very natural cycle. It's the 1, 4, and 5 of the key of E major, one of the most important guitar moves. Moving right along, you weren't too happy with your D chord, so we worked out on it. So you can take this chord and you can start to move it. If you move it up a whole step, you get this kind of colorful E chord. Then another half step gives you this very colorful F. Then another whole G and another whole A. Over the hills and far away, move from G to A like this. Down, down, up, down. Up, up, up. Down, down, up, down. Up, up, up. Down, down, up, down. You could explore that a little bit. Now, the other thing we used to help you work out on D was free falling. Free falling uses 2 embellishments. It adds the pinky to the high E string. It also removes the second finger like this. So we're going to practice both those moves. Pinky on and off, and second finger on and then you can put them together. Finally, we talked about Polythene Pam. So Polythene Pam has two progressions. The verse one just goes D, A, E, all major chords. However, I want you to finger the A a bit differently. Previously, we've been using 2, 3, 4, but now we're going to switch to 1, 2, 3 because that sort of expedites our transition to and from D because they're similar shapes. So D, let your first finger kind of lead and fall to this shape of A, and then E major, you'll do up, down, up, down. So when you put it together, you get D, A. Well, you should see Polythene Pam. She's so good looking that she looks like a man. Now the chorus is all chords you know, but more difficult transitions. G, which is remarkably similar to the B7 shape, which is remarkably similar to C add 9, then D and E major. So that's, if you see her in black, dressed in a polythene bag, yes, you should see Polythene Pam. Then it repeats C add 9, D, E. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then you're right back home. I believe that's everything. Let me know if I missed something. All right, have fun.